Should you scout for New Year's Raihan and Sandaconda? Are they any good? Well, guys, this, depending on where you live in the world, is either the very first sync pair or the second sync pair of 2025. This comes out on January 3 if you're wondering why first sync pair. Because in Japan, in Australia, and in other places with GMT plus 9 and above, well, Cygnus and Giovanni comes out on the 1st of January. So this is the the New Year unit. And again, as I said in my in my Scouts video, in my Datamine in a nutshell, Sync Pair Scouts, this is the first time that New Year Sync Pair did not drop on January 1. So that's interesting. He has a combination of support with an EX roll of sprint, making that one of the best combos out there. So I really like this combination because not only do you get a double sync buff, but you get to use your second sync move quite early on. And I also like his outfit. He looks kind of like me, Sas. And I probably one day will cosplay you one day. Whatever. He has a very interesting kit, which we are gonna discuss right now. So, as you can see over here, stats, HP pretty high, but not as high as Cygnus Giovanni Alt. Defenses quite high, 331, 308. But then, recently, all the supports that we have had have quite high, very high, 300 something defensive stats. So I guess this is now quite typical. And if we look down over here with the passive skills, this is where things get really interesting. Stream Forward Sandstorm causes a sandstorm when the user is hit by an attack move. What does that mean? Every single time you are hit by an attack, you cause a sandstorm. So basically, this is an unlimited sandstorm setter. While other sync pairs, you have to rely on MP refresh and probably wait till the sync move for sand, whatchamacallit, Sandbringer or something like that. This one, every single time he gets hit, you bring in Sandstorm. So you don't have to worry about anything about being Sandstorm anymore. And then when you are hit by an attack, you get to raise everyone's evasiveness +1, or +2 rather. And then it will also protect all allies from damage from Sandstorm. So if you get hit, you bring in Sandstorm, you raise everyone's evasiveness +2. What if you do not get hit? That's where the second passive skill comes in. Take by storm and take a selfie. Restores your HP when the opponent misses, and everyone's physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect will be added +1 stat rank. That's a 40% increase in your physical attacks and special attack for that sync pair. And you will also charge your move gauge +1 when the opponent misses. So again, if you get hit, you raise your evasiveness of everyone +2. You get to bring in Sandstorm. When you do not get hit, when the opponent misses, you get to restore your own HP, have everyone's physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect, plus recover 1 move gauge. And then, third passive skill, if the opponent is paralyzed and you attack a paralyzed opponent, you will restore everyone's HP. So, a lot of things happening here. How the heck do you paralyze the opponent? Well, you have your normal attack, Mud Slap, lower the opponent's accuracy. You have Rock Slide, has AoE attack, has a 30% chance of making the opponent flinch. And then you have your Glare of Blinding or Binding Sand, which will, if there's a sandstorm, you get to paralyze every single opponent and lowered all opponents' defense, special defense, and speed stat -1. This is how you paralyze an opponent. And then every single time you attack a paralyzed opponent, every single one of your allies will recover HP. Every single time you get hit, you get to bring in Sandstorm and raise everyone's evasiveness. Every single time the opponent misses, you recover HP on your own. And then you'll regret this. Reduces your sync move countdown -1, raises everyone's critical hit rate +3, and then it will also raise everyone's physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect +1. So, lots of things happening here. And then if you just want to bring in extra Sandstorm, you have Max Rockfall, you have Max Quake, so that you get to raise everyone's special defense, and you have Max Guard. So, this sync pair, there's one problem, is that this is an evasiveness buffer. This is not an offensive buffer. You do not raise everyone's attack stat. You do not raise everyone's special attack stat, although there are ways to do that. You get to raise everyone's physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect, though. You get to raise everyone's critical hit rate. You get to raise everyone's evasiveness. You do not raise everyone's defenses. And that's the biggest problem about this sync pair. So, if just in case the opponent does not miss, and the opponent has a very strong attack, and you will suffer from the damage that the opponent hits you with, and that's the problem about this thing. But, you know, he has a sync grid like always, so this is a seasonal unit, and that means he maxes out at 3 copies. So, first things first, he has the Lucky Cookie. First sync move, Team HP Recovery M1. When you use your sync move for the very first time, everyone recovers 20% HP. Okay, that's not too bad. 1 out of 5, you got Life, prevents you from getting paralyzed. 2 out of 5, you got Mud Slap, Move Gauge Refresh 3. Natural Remedy, paralyze opponent, fail up 5. If the opponent's paralyzed, there's a higher chance that the opponent will fail or will not be able to attack you because the opponent's paralyzed. We have seen this quite some time already. I think Viola or Holiday Viola has this passive skill or something like that. You have Quick Cure, you have Rock Slide, Move Gauge Refresh 3, Sands of Time 2, Soothing Sand, so that you recover HP whenever you attack the opponent when there is a sandstorm. So that's nice, double recovery. You'll regret this MP refresh to you. But then, no steal, no defense buffers, no attack buffers. 3 out of 5 is finally the place where you get to raise everyone's defense and special defense and attack and special attack stat. You have First Aid 4, you have Group Fortification 9. If the opponent misses everyone's defense or special defense or both, will be raised +1. That's where the defense comes in. The opponent will have to miss. If the opponent hits you, you just raise everyone's evasiveness. Hit paralyzed opponent, team attack and special attack up 9. When you attack a paralyzed opponent, everyone's attack stat and special attack stat will be raised +1. There you go, finally. Sub-attack buffs. Max countdown 2. Lowers your sync move countdown -2 after using your max move. Max move, team physical and special boost 1. You get to raise everyone's physical moves up next effect and special moves up next effect. Mud Slap, Move Gauge Refresh 9. Opponent fail, team stats up to 9. Now, this will raise a random stat +2 stats if the opponent misses. Well, it says fail. I'm not exactly sure if failing means paralysis as well. I forgot and I am not sure if opponent fail and Group Fortification 9 applies to paralysis or only if the opponent misses when the paralysis pushes through and the opponent misses and this will trigger. Again, I'm not sure. But it will raise a random stat by 2 stat ranks for all allied sync pairs. And then you have Rock Slide Aggravation 1 so that you get to have a 60% chance of making every single opponent flinch when you use Rock Slide. And with that, 2 sync move power-up tiles, and that is New Year Raihan and Sandaconda. Very, very interesting sync pair with an unlimited sandstorm usage or setting. So if in terms of sandstorm setting, this is going up all the way to 10, But that's not all that we're looking for in a support sync pair. As a support sync pair, again, you'll have to rely on defenses, and in terms of defenses, it's kind of random. The opponent will have to miss, and then it's either defense or special defense, or both get raised up, so it's not guaranteed to be both. And a random stat gets raised by 2 with opponent fail, team stats up to 9. So the ideal sync pair level to get this is 3 out of 5. Other than 3 out of 5, this sync pair will not be any good except for evasiveness buffs, except for sandstorm setting. But if you have 3 out of 5 this sync pair, well, he is going to be quite helpful in your team. Sandstorm setter, again, I'll rate him a 10. In terms of everything else, considering that you'll have to set up everything, set up offenses, set up defenses, his 10 goes down to 8.5 in my opinion. I still rate him quite high, 8.5 rather than 8, because of that sandstorm. That is very, very, very convenient. Yeah, that's the sync pair. I rate him an 8.5, plus his outfit is really cool, and I want to kind of cosplay him one day. In fact, my outfit right now kind of looks like his outfit some way. That's how I wear my clothes anyway. Anyway, guys, if you are scouting for this sync pair, do let me know. And I know a lot of people like Raihan. Are you one of them? Leave a comment down below. And as usual, scout for your faves, not the meta. This is Unli Sandstorm setting is not exactly meta. I mean, the ground type meta is still always gonna be Archsuit Cynthia. It's gonna be stay as Archsuit Cynthia for quite a while. But this is a nice Sandstorm setter. I have to emphasize Sandstorm setter because evasiveness, well, evasiveness buffs are sus. As always, and if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, if you appreciate the content, do subscribe down below. And if you want to help me out with a birthday present or any monetary help, you can go to coffee.com/splgum if you appreciate my videos. Or become a member of my channel by clicking on the join button below me. And I would appreciate everyone over here, especially my longtime members. Thank you guys so much. And with that, Merry Christmas! I will see you with Poppy in my next video. Rawr.